Hi, my name is Chris Stoddard. I am a Dare Extension Master Gardener volunteer. Today's presentation is on Gallardia, commonly called Blanketflower. It is an annual as well as a perennial in different parts of North America. It is a plant that really does survive here on the Outer Banks, and it is native to North America. Anywhere you travel along the Outer Banks, you will find this beautiful little flower growing along the side of the road, walkways, disturbed areas, and beach entrances. If you are trying to grow a garden native to North Carolina that will be very attractive to local pollinators and migrating birds, think about using this easy care plant. This plant, Gaillardia pulchella, is considered an annual wildflower. Gaillardia, or blanket flower, may grow 1 to 2 feet tall, depending on its location. In very sandy soils, it usually grows less than 12 inches tall. It tolerates many soils and can grow in disturbed areas, sandy soils, and does particularly well on seashore areas. It prefers full sun with well-drained soil and has a high drought and salt tolerance. Flower colors range from red, orange, and yellow, as well as some violet mixed in. Blanket flower blooms from spring to fall with a long blooming season. This year, because of our mild winter, the Gaillardia was blooming well into January here on the Outer Banks. In addition to the seeds of the Gaillardia flower, birds are attracted to the several types of caterpillars that use Gaillardia as a food source. Deer are usually not attracted to this flower. In the landscape, blanket flower can be used as a ground cover or as a low border in front of taller plants. It prefers full sun, as I said, but will grow and flower in part shade. Gallardia pulchella does not transplant well. Direct seeding into warm soil is the best method of propagation. No additional fertilizers are needed. This plant thrives on neglect. If there has not been rain in 2 to 3 weeks, watering will usually perk up the plant. The little plant may look like a weed, but in a few weeks it will grow quickly and bloom. To encourage further blooms, you can deadhead the spent flowers, but save some of the seed heads for the birds in the fall and winter. Blanket flower will often drop seeds, and those little volunteers will shoot up the following year, but it never becomes invasive. Another type of Gaillardia is native from North Dakota to Colorado, west to California. It is a perennial and has many of the attributes that our Gaillardia does. It is also a little taller. The only reason it is mentioned here is that it is one of the parent plants of the Gaillardia Grandiflora that can be purchased at garden centers. Gaillardia grandiflora is a hybrid resulting from a cross between the Gaillardia aristata and Gaillardia pulchella. It is presumed it inherited its perennial habitat from aristata and its long flowering period and rapid growth rate from our blanket flower. It grows 2 to 3 feet tall and features daisy-like flowers in a wide array of color arrangements. There are double-flowered forms and dwarf selections. You can sow seeds directly in the garden after the last frost date, or start seeds indoors 4 to 6 weeks earlier. Deadheading flowers is not necessary, but may encourage additional blooms. These hybrids are absolutely beautiful. Now, there are many strains and selections available, and I have to show you a few that just blew me away. This Fanfare Blaze is gorgeous. Burgunder, just a beautiful color. Moxie, Fanfare, they're just gorgeous. Not all of these are available at our local nurseries or box stores, but there is a great selection online that you can get as seeds or as plants. Now, Gaillardia as a whole has no serious insect or disease problem. Root rot may occur in poorly drained soils, especially during periods of heavy spring and summer rains. It is susceptible, as most plants are, to powdery mildew, as well as white smut and septoria leaf spot. Applying a fungicide can help protect the plants. Avoid using a sprinkler irrigation or overhead watering. This just encourages more fungal diseases. Gaillardia is a must-have plant that fits our Outer Banks climate. It may start small, but it grows rapidly and fills in large areas quickly and just looks absolutely gorgeous. If you have any questions concerning this plant or any type of gardening questions, please call Ask a Master Gardener at 473-4290 or email greenlineobx@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.